Hi everybody, welcome to John Creator. Today we are going to model a simple design. If you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe the channel. You will get a newer videos. If you are new to the modeling, see my old videos for getting for the beginners, absolutely for beginners. Okay, let me go to the video. Create a cube and press 7 on the keyboard to the top view and 1 for the front view, and go for the scaling in x-axis. So you can scale it like this and scale it in z-axis little bit. Okay, this shape we can keep it as a id card. Scale it in y-axis, so as much as possible. Okay, we are now scale it in y-axis again. I make it this much thin. Okay, fine. So this much shape I am going to give. This is the ID card I am going to design. Okay, go to the edit mode. Before that, don't forget to apply a scale for this. Always the object is required scaling, because here you can able to see the scaling is not in one, because it should be in one for exporting and importing in games or whatever designs it's required. So, and whenever you change the scale without applying, if you edit it in edges or thing anything, so it won't work properly. So don't forget that. Press Ctrl A to apply a scale transform. So I save it. So I just save it in my existing files. Okay, this is ID card. So I'm going to show you complete texturing and A to Z. Go to edit mode, press 2 on the keyboard, select these edges and these edges, shift go down and select these edges and these edges. Press Ctrl B to bevel. You can bevel it like this. So I make it like this. This could be nice, I feel. So I make it a little more increase. Okay. Now our card has been ready with the basic shape, and press Ctrl 3 to bevel, so it will come like this. So we have to avoid this. How to do that is, we can create a edge split using a modifier. So I make it as edge split and I press Ctrl 3 to apply a subdivision. So now you can able to see the shape has been came. Right click and share smooth. Go to this green triangle, make it auto smooth. So now our code has been ready with the basic designs. Go to edit mode, press 2 for the edge selection, select these edges and select this one 2, and I am going to make it a different part. So instead of making a single thing, so I select this and I select this 2, and the bottom one more thing I am going to select, and making a mark seam to unwrap it the ID card. So make it which is front, which is back for the designing for the layout. Right click, you can able to see a mark seam. I have added the shortcut F5 and F6 to clear the seam. How I made? Right click, you can, instead of here it will come assign shortcut. I show you assign shortcut, like that it shows. Right click and assign a shortcut and press F5. Okay, I make it F5 to mark seam. So the seam has been marked now for us for unwrapping the thing. So go to the UV editing directly to the object, press A and U to unwrap it. Now it has been unwrapped perfectly as per our requirement. So for us, this side edge is not required for timing. So what I am going to do is, I am going to face mode and I am going to select this face. Okay, that also let it be fine, not a problem. So I do one thing here, you can able to see this synchronize tool. So what I have selected, so it will be verifying in front. I go to the front view using a 1 key, and now you can able to see the front layout is this one. This is the back side layout. So back side anything is required you can give. So I am going to now concentrate on front only, and I am going to keep it the same layout as same alignment. I am not nothing to going to change. Press A to select UV and export UV layout. So I am going to the layout and I am going to make it as ID card layout. ideal, and I exported as UV. Now I'm going to open a GIMP software. This is a software what I'm editing for the images, and this is the open source. You can able to use it anywhere for commercial use and personal use. Now this GIMP tool, I have given the link in the description to download the file. You can see the same. Okay, it's loading, so let's wait. Yeah, it's loaded. Press Control N on the for new page. Here I am going to give 1024 by 1024. So that is the width and height I have created in the pixels. So I am going to unselect timing the background and go to the open as a layer, and I am going to use the title or layout reference. Okay, layout reference. I am opening the UV layout. So using this I am going to design now. So here I am going to apply everything whatever is required for me. I do one thing, open as a layer, and okay, timing I make a blender thing only. So reference image I go it, and okay, instead of that I go to my tools, I close this one. So that's my profile, Facebook profile, and here I'm going to download my logo itself. Save as image, logo. So it's in download section, I think so. I go to the downloads and open two things. One is my logo, one is my photo. I open the both. I convert it. So let's see how it works. Oh, fine. So I'm going to give you a white background for this. So for me this tool is enough. Okay, I go to the tool for the okay, I go for the scaling and I select the photo. So photo we can keep it the same. I go for the logo first and I scale it down to the way wide. Oops, I scale it down a little bit more and I apply a scale. Now where is that logo gone? I go to the move tool and I move it towards here. Okay, now I'm going to make it this is a center here in top, and I go for the text. So timing I move this photo a little bit here. So I go for the text and make it, I just mark it as red, which is required for us. So sorry, I mark this tool and make it as red and click OK. Oops, it came white, I hope so. Okay, I make it as red and I create a text here. I'm going to make it as horse ride. So I don't know what name has came exactly. So I make it 20. Okay, the came is correct. So I'm going to bold. I'm going to increase the font as much as required. Okay, I'm going to keep it the same, which is here, and I go to the move tool again. I go for the scaling again. I'm going to select the photo and I'm going to reduce this, scale it. Okay, still it doesn't look nice, so I make it like this and scale it. I press M to move tool and I move it towards here. Okay, oops, actually I made a mistake while scrolling it using the shift key and the middle mouse button. Oops. It's very difficult to handle that. Okay, fine. Now Here I am going to give the destination and other things. So go to the text again, and I create a one tool and I make it as it's very high. I make it as 12 and make it as name. Sorry, it looks very small, I think so. Oops, it's get hang tightly down. Oops, sorry, I don't know what's happening in my system right now. So I do one thing, I go to the file. Okay, instead of this I do one thing, I reopen this GIMP tool. So it's happening some hanging and slagging issues. So I just end this right now and I open it again. So we have saved the things, so we have to do only some changes and I think so. Open it. Oops, sorry, we have not saved the file. Okay, I am going to do it once again a little bit faster. Sorry for the interruption like this. Even I'm also not thought like this it issues comes. So I saved in some name because it's don't have time now. Okay, and I open as a layer again. So I'm not going to explain now. So I'm going to do it first till that what I have shown. So I'm creating a destination, so spelling might wrong, so because I'm just working a little bit faster. So I'm going to make it a little bit longer too, and I go to home and I delete it because it's getting some fishy things. So I paste it again and delete it. Contact. So I'm given just a dummy number. Okay, so don't try it out. Fine. Okay, now I have added these things, some contacts and numbers. You can add many things, whatever the details is required actually. So I'm going to so I just make it up, this one also up, so we can move easily down. So I make it here, I move this one here, and I move this one here again. So now I have added the layout. Okay, so this is the way I am designing, and this also we can move to the thing here. Sorry, so I move it here, I make it a bit bigger, I hope so. I press shift S and scale it again to little bit higher and scale it. This also, this logo also I make it little bit higher. Okay, fine. So I just go to the move tool and I align it again because this photo is not centered, I feel like. Okay, now I save it. Now I go to the background color, I turn on the background black. I'm going to change it as white. So I change to white and go to the paint bucket, and I'm going to paint it as white, and I'm going to turn off the layout which is not required for us hereafter. So I save it and I export as layout. So what I have given IDLC is ideal color. So I am exporting the image. Now I'm going to import this to the 3D model. Now I go to the shading editor and I create a new. Here I am going to add image texture, shift A and search for the image texture, and I am going to open the image, so which I have given as color layout, and I am going to connect this to the base color. So now you can able to see it's not looking correct and it's not came correctly. So how to solve like these issues? You have to do that, press Ctrl T to turn on the mapping navigator, and its UV is connected. You can select with object, so you can see how it comes in object mode. Okay, it doesn't come nothing, so we can go with UV is okay. And here what I am going to do is, it's textured, we can select and we can see, we have to see one by one how it looks. So I go to the point, and what I am going to do is the repeating image I am going to give the extent. Now after doing this, so you can able to see still it's not solved the problem. We can do one thing, we can go to the UV editing tab and select everything, right click, and you can see it in virtual preview, right click and mirror it in X view once again. Okay, here it has came, but here also we face some issues. So I try to move this one, and see how it comes. Okay, this is happening due to I go it once again, I U and unwrap it once again. So let's see how it comes. I press undo and this one I scale it and see and zoom it out and see how it comes. Still not happens. I select everything, I press U and smart UV project and I unwrap it. Now we can see how it comes. It's still mirrored. I right click and mirror it in X axis and we can see still we are facing the issues. This is happening why? So we have to go to Wi-Fi mode and we can see still it has some thing. So I do one thing. So I have one idea. Select this one. I press I to insert and create this one. Small edge loops. And I go back, go to the metal preview. Now this problem has been solved. So I go to the edit view and once again I just create a unwrap. So before that we have to see the scaling is correct. Yeah, scaling is fine. So once we have applied the modifier, which is that, so that only it was making the texture is wrong. So once we have created a I insert, this problem has been solved. I select once again everything and U to unwrap it. Oops, so it's not unwrapped correctly. So I press Ctrl Z. So this is fine. So we can do one thing. So I select this one, which yes, this one is I am not used. So what I am going to do is select this one and select this one. Press Ctrl L and I press Ctrl I to invert select and scale it down. I press G to move here. This one, that one has been created. So I am going to align this one GX to move correctly in center. Now our ID card has been ready. So this is the ID card design what we have done. If you like this video, give a like, and if you like the video, share it with your friends and subscribe my channel. And you have any doubts, you can give it in description or comments. I will guide you how to do that. Let's go for final rendering view. GZ to move towards the here and turn on the studio mode and rotate in Z axis. So this I'm going to give little bit shiny for this because that ID card will be little bit shiny. And I'm going to change this background color too because it's pure white, so which doesn't look for the ID card is good. And I go to the this one and I reduce the roughness for this because which looks shine always. So I make it more clear so it looks very nice and rough. So I make this background little bit white regular so it looks better, I feel. Okay, this is my ID card, so I am going to take care entering outlook with this way which looks nice. Rotate in Z axis, rotate it. Okay, this is fine. Okay, so I'm going to make this design like this. Okay, fine, this looks a little bit shine. Okay, I press Ctrl Alt 0 and I press go to the view and I lock the camera view and little bit up like this and move down. Okay, I'm going to do this rendering so we can see it in rendering view how it looks. Okay, it's not look better because the brightness is very less in the ceiling. Okay, this is the thing, go to the thing and make it as 10. as 20. Wow, which looks nice here. And this background I'm going to make it little bit more darker. Okay, which looks nice. Fine. And I go to the plane once again. I make the task 25. Okay, it looks fine. So I go for the solid view. I press F12 to render for the final object. Yeah, it's coming perfect. Bye bye.